gentlemen, yes, we've got everything your heart desires. The custom-made shirts, the custom-made thongs, the custom-made phone cases. Get it today. Sully shirts, because you are never dressed until you are wearing a Sully's. Go and get it today. And don't forget, if you want to join our Discord, FormulaOCE, we've got plenty of room for you. FormulaOCE, the Discord is in the chat right now. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel to watch all the old races where I was actually competitive, and many others. Go to a FormulaOCE YouTube channel right now. And of course, you're on the Twitch channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because it definitely helps us out here on Twitch. And don't forget our partners, Oceania Premier Sim League and Rapid Racing League.
And here we go. Here we go. 3, 4.
Right. So.
Oh, he's good.
Here we go, chat. We got 3, we got 4, we got 5 lights.
And Jared gets off to a very good start. Reedy tries to fight for it, and Reedy's going to lead.
Guys, does not either. Blade's even going to go down the inside, is he? No, he backs out. He backs out. Look, see. Oh my god. Well, there we go.
He gets...
Oh! Comes Mr. Mark Scaife.
Goats is already out. Oh, Pinju spun. So, guys got a penalty. And the Torres has made a double overtake. Is he?
Oh, this is ugly. Oh, this is ugly.
And here comes G. Oh!
From P6.
Oh, he spun it.
Oh!
No.
So he can't lose. Oh, there goes Crew to Karma.
A bit of...
Yeah.
Zoltan gets a 3-second time penalty. No, he's got some
Thomas
sort of
Island.
damage. Because...
Kangaroo guy with DRS. And he's got them. Gonna make the move onto Legend, and he does. And the inside, he is. Oh, there's contact
out there as we see Willie now side by side.
Now, will we see the Williams do a team order? Oh my god, there's contact between the two Williams!
Does he go for the move on him? Oh, side by side and ready.
Oh, here we go. Rose coming back. She's going to take
Rose
P5
onto P5.
on
But Izzy is still battling it out on the...
Oh,
they
there's
touch.
some contact.
They
Time around the outside. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. Yes, he does. Kangaroo guy going around the outside. Oh, they're living each other in the room once again, swapping positions. This Pidgey goes a little bit wide, and Pidgey spun.
Some sort of alcohol. Side by side, these two will go. Oh, they're a bit of a slide.
Round the outside. Oh,
He doesn't need to go for this. He does not need to go.
That's what he wants to do. Oh, what's happened behind? Close to hold on here. Jared's going to go deep. Oh, it's close as you want to get between these two.
Could see some drama here. Let's hope not.
hello, 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 ladies and gentle people. How are we doing? How are we doing? Welcome back to Formula OCE tier number 2. Yes, we're here for tier number 2 as I am in the commentary box tonight as Mr. Kahoot had other family matters to attend to with. So he's asked for me to cover for him tonight, and I'm not alone here tonight. I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Hartwigger. Hartwigger, how are we doing?
Good. I'm really good, mate. Thanks for having me in here, and hopefully it should be a very entertaining race tonight, I think.
Yes, it's gonna be big interesting. Unfortunately, Mr. Daff had some internet issues while in the lobby. Hopefully he can get into the grid. So we'll have about 17 car grid. Jishway is actually in the Haas seat, not McLaren. So if Jishway does get into the points, he will be scoring for McLaren. As Pinju and Kruder have invalidated the first runs, and so Hutto will be the first one to set a lap times. We've got War Machine in the chat. Sorry, how we doing, Mr. Machine? I hear or see that you are going to be doing something special for the Tier 1 stream at Belgium, considering your result last night. As Hutto sets the pace with a 16.3. It is full quality, as we do have 16 in the lobby, but it's going to be... Oh, Hawker did get back in. So we're just waiting on Howdy to come back in. As Howdy has joined back in. Petty Crow up into P2, goes for life P3. And you know what, chat? Let's just... we'll have a quick look at we'll watch the end of Diz's lap, and then we'll check out the championship standings and ramifications. As we do have some bit of news as well, but we'll get to that very, very shortly. As Diz round the final corner, goes to top with a 16-2. So as we go on to the Tier 2 driver standings, we've got Mitchie 950 on first place, 7 points ahead of Storm Hutto, and the further 3 back is Chris. 13 back in P4 is Pinju, and then the 4 back is F1 Legend. So championship is going to be very, very close. If Mitchie doesn't win, he can drop as back as probably P4. So this race is going to sort out the men from the boys here tonight, as Kubistic is the only driver not to get off the mark in this tier just yet. But as you can see in P13, Blaze Envy, he has dropped back to reserve, and so Red Bull has a new driver once again. It is V Hawkeye 07, so he will be stepping up for Red Bull for the rest of the season starting tonight. And speaking of Red Bull, well, they're ninth in the Constructors. They need to score some big points. Hitting on Alpine are first, 3 points ahead of Aston Martin in P2. But there's a massive gap between Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo. Nearly 100 odd points between Aston and Alfa. So they need... Alpha need to score some big points. Hitting on Ferrari in P4, Mercedes P5, McLaren P6, AlphaTauri P7, Haas P8, Red Bull P9, and Williams are in P number 10. So as we come back to the stream, is Digital first, Pinju's P2, Stormhider P3, Karuda is P4, DT P5, Legend P6, Pedicro P7. Oh, final corner. He goes up into P6 now, ahead of Legend, and Goats for Life is in P8. Oxy out there on his lap. Hawkeye's about to finish off his lap. First time run, so he did get in. As War Machine is doing the Discord for us, so much appreciate you, my guy. As Hawkeye coming around the final corner. It's a 16-6. Red Bulls 5 and 6. Could be ones to watch out for in this race. As Oxy goes P10 with a 17-6. Both Goats and Oxy down on pace. Mitchie about to complete his first timed lap. With like sector 3, I think it's a Williams.
This will be quick. This will be quick.
It's a 15-8.
There you go. Oof.
Well, Mitchie was saying that, oh, don't expect Cole. He's currently P1 by just over, what is the gap? Just under 2/10, but it is in Q1, so not everybody has got has turned up the wick yet.
Look at Pinja there. 4 lap hold soft to 16 flat. That's a very solid lap from him.
As we do have our first hot lap request from War Machine, and it's with Chris. Well, Chris hasn't come out as Daff has crashed. So, I mean, it's fair enough. Hopefully Jishway can come in. Oh, Oxy's gone for a little bit of a drift there. So, with only one driver to be potentially knocked out, maybe everyone from Oxy up is safe. Unless we get a random... Oh, Jishway's left the station. Well, that pretty much confirms Daff and Jish will be starting at the back. So Howard, Pinju has retired in the pits. He thinks he's good, which is fair enough. As Howdy goes up into P2. The lone Williams, I mean, Williams did get a reserve put into that second seat, but hasn't shown up. So, yeah, the reserves are going to be in a little bit of trouble from the T-Mod himself. So, Hartwig, as we're on the end of Goat's Blood, then we go on to Muckping. Have you seen much of T2 this season, or
no, not overly.
Just from what you've heard.
Yeah, just heard a few things, and obviously I know some of these drivers, as Muckping puts in a 15.5 basically, and that's a very good lap. But yeah, no, I haven't watched an awful lot of it, unfortunately, because it is probably some of the best racing in the league. But keen to watch it tonight. I think it's going to be, yeah, like I said, a pretty interesting race.
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, now that some cars have come back on track, they're probably thinking, you know, we'll just do an extra lap just in case, as Chris is out, Crunchy is out, Daff will no doubt move down to P16 once Crunchy and Chris set their laps in. As I believe that he's Ghost just getting out of the way out of everybody. What is Mukping's invalidated. Kruder's back out there. But we do have a hot lap request for Chris from Mr. War Machine himself. So myself and Hot Wigger are going to be on board with Chris for the entirety of this lap. And, well, that person needs to leave. And here goes Chris.
Okay. Here we go, Chris, down to turn 1, shifts down to 3rd, hits second now, hits the apex. Don't want to hit these sausages on the inside here. He gets a quite nice exit through turn 3. DRS deployed, and it's fairly solid first sector. It will be. It's 28.5. It's what you want to see from Chris. Just hits the apex not nicely there and gets on that curve as well. You can't ride the curves too much around here. They will throw you off quite a bit. He's done a very good job of navigating through there, Chris. Now this is the tricky section of the track, sector 2. Rides the curve nicely there. He's got a line to car. You need to use every bit of track with the track you can. He gets it nicely. There's a car in the middle of the track though. Deploys DRS. Lucky did not hit in there. Very, very close. As Chris now hits the apex. He looks good. Looks on for a solid lap here. Through the stadium section. Nice exit now. Has to manage just this final real corner here. It should be flat out to the line. It's going to be a 15.7 by Chris. Puts him up into P2. That is a very solid lap. Oh, Punchy Swan in the pits. He hasn't still set a lap time yet. Very, very interesting there. Looks like he might be... I don't know, he might be damaged. He might have got it on a lap.
So Kruda DNF'd, as we saw on that, as Jishway's back into his car. Hopefully that other person that joined leaves as well. Paddy Crow on his lap, so we might only have a 13 car Q2 session with Kruda Daff out, waiting on Crunchy and Jishway to set lap times. They both were in the lobby, so it's big, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Crunchy there. He was on an outlap and then just pulled it back into the pits, which is quite interesting with 3 minutes 20 to go, but it's their own.
How much time do you have?
3 minutes 10 there. Lie behind you or something. Oh no.
Well, I've got 4 minutes to go. So.
Oh, I've got 3. What a game.
Code
Good stuff.
So those two
Lord.
need to
Someone,
leave.
what else have you ride?
So those two need to leave. Well, Chunky Monkey has left, so thank you, my guy. Much appreciate you. Chris has retired, so the top 3 have retired. Pinju also retired in the pits. Howdy, P4. You would probably think he is safe. But for
He's safe.
DT down to Oxy, they need to find some more time. DT about 2 tenths. Oxy needs to find about a...
Oxy on. I think Oxy's on fresh tyres here too, so...
Yeah. Well, Paddy Crow's done
should be
5
comfortable,
laps
I
on
think.
these tyres.
Surely you cannot gain any time on that tyre now.
Well,
Oxy's 1.3 up. Should be safely in.
As Howdy has retired, so you probably think from Ping down the Hutto, they're safe, with Kruda 9 tenths behind, as Oxy does go up into P6. Hawkeye goes up into P3. What a lap from the Red Bull man as Paddy comes into the lane. As Jishway's starting off his lap and Crunchy's starting off his lap. Paddy Crow's retired. Well, is that gonna bite Paddy come the end of this session?
Votes is invalidated. Oh, that's gonna really hurt him there.
Both Mercs also in trouble here. If they don't find at least half a second or more, they're gonna start behind Krudakama.
Crunchy Swan is out too, as Jishway is as well. So it's gonna be a very tight one here. Q1.
Yeah. I have a minute 40 left, but I was a bit ahead at the start, so I'm not sure what the actual timing is. If one of the drivers can let me know what the actual timing is, if either myself or Hartwigger is correct, that will be fantastic. Goats is into the pits, and with a minute 20, that's him done. And Legends made a mistake. Hawkeye's retired in the pits, so the top 7 have all retired in the pits. Hado, Diz, DT are back out there. And Zistro's gone for another lap. I think Hado's coming in.
See what Swan does. He looks like he's on a fairly good lap here. 16-2 to line.
So the
Puts in
time,
P10.
yeah, oh, Jishway! Jishway's done. You would think
Oh no.
that's him done.
He must have
Yeah, that's it.
got on the curb. Sausage curb, I reckon, on the inside. He's just tracked his car off. Yeah, I don't think he's got a front wing, has he?
No, he doesn't. That's it. So Kruda, Daff, and Jishway will be out in this Q1 session. Legend and Goats for Life make it into Q2 by the skin of their teeth. As Goats has retired. Well, if Jishway wanted to, he could complete this lap and start ahead of Daff.
I think that's what he's going to do. He's just wanting to invalidate at the moment.
Yeah,
He got
just don't invalidate and you start ahead of Daff. So, I mean, it's one position.
He's struggling.
It's one.
He's struggling.
Nah, well.
Oh no, he's just cut the track. No, yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to start at the back. So if Kruda done his proper lap, Legend would have still just make it in.
Oh, Legend P3. Okay.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Legend goes up into P3. We'll just wait for Crunchy. So apparently the chat is verified only. So any chance we? What do you mean verified only? We got Pinju in the chat. How are we doing, my guy? How are we doing? Alright. There we go. Ping tops the session with a 15-4. Chris P2. Legend P3. Hawkeye P4. Mitchie P5. So there's your top 5. And the ones to miss out is Kritakama, Daff, and Jishway, but I'm pretty sure Daff and Jishway would have missed out anyway. Kruda would have made it in, but it's unfortunate for the McLaren driver. So if Jishway does score points, he will be scoring for Haas, not McLaren. So there we go.
That was quite an action-packed Q1 to say the least.
Yeah.
Very Goats that would have been a bit nervous, but onto Q2 here, and I'll be interested to see how many blokes try the through the medium tyre, because it is a lot better race tyre to be on around Mexico. So yeah, it will be very interesting.
Ah, I see. Wow, I'm a popular person. What can we do? No, can't do that. Maybe settings. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be quiet so I can fix up the chat. I'm going to. Who is out first? Is it Hutto?
Yes.
Not sure what Hutto's doing.
It's quite dangerous.
Right, well, we're going to be on DT anyway. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let Hartwigger commentate a DT hot lap.
So we'll do. Here we go. DT is out lap. He's on the soft tyres, which is interesting. So that's no something we don't. Any rain potentially must be coming. But yeah, I would have thought we would try the medium tyres first. But the Red Bull drivers choosing otherwise. So fair play to him. We'll see what he can do. It's a pretty big delta between the softs and the mediums around this track. I think it's about 1.1 seconds from memory. It's probably wrong, but who knows. Here he is, just going through the stadium section now, and yeah, I've not seen much of this bloke at all, so do not know what his pace is like, but we'll see. Scrooter's left the session, okay. Go around the final corner, gets a nice exit now. Let's start this long straight we have here at Mexico. DRS deployed. And it's such a compromising track. You've got such high downforce, but you need to have low drag still because they're straight to make moves. So here we go down, breaks 100-meter board, down into turn 1, hits the apex very nicely there. Right to sausage curbs, and goes a bit wide. Invalidates the lap time. Unfortunately, I think he hit that second sausage curb there, and it just struck him a bit wide there. I'm trying to get every slither of lap time too, so it's unfortunate for him on the soft tyres. That kind of doesn't really help him at all. Because he sees with the tyres he starts the race on, which is unlike real life now. That rule's been scrapped, but it's still apparent in this game. It's a bit awkward because Frizzy's on board with DT and I'm meant to commentate him, so I'll still do so when he gets round. The Alpines behind it look like they're very close, so some dirty air. Oh no. Okay, so Hunter's going for the lap. Interesting. Anyway, here we go. Back on board with DT now. He's going to start his second attempt of a soft tyre run now in Q2. We'll see how he can get it. He had a pretty good turn 1 before. He just needs to start the sausages as much as he can. It's a 17.2 for Hutto, but here we go. That's very nice in the turn 1. That's what you want to hit it. Hit that apex beautifully. That's a lot better by DT. That's what you want to see. It enables DRS now, and it should be a very good sector split. 28.5. That's a fairly decent lap time for him at the moment. This is the apex a bit of turn 4. Hits turn 5. This double apex kind of corner here is very tricky. Gets the power down quite nicely. In 6th gear now, does not take the extra shift up into 5th. Ride the curb as much as you can. You gotta set yourself up. He goes to 7th. Lifts up a little bit through there, but it's not too bad. DRS enabled through there as well. And it's a 56.8 in the 2nd sector as he misses the apex there again. He goes a bit too deep. Now into the hairpin. Right through the stadium section to hit all the atmosphere. It's definitely not there on this game. Around the final corner, and that's not a bad lap. A couple of mistakes, but DT is going to go with a 16.3 to go fastest by 2.5 tenths to Muckping, who's on the mediums. That's actually a very good lap by Muckping on the mediums.
Alright, I'm back.
Righto, just in time.
So I have a... Oh no. Oh, my game's crashed, I think.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Well, I went on bid. She's on board to finish up his lap, and yep, I think my game's crashed. All right.
Lovely.
Well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get out of it and restart my game. And can you do some radio commentary for us? Just go on board with somebody and just tell us what's going on.
Okay, this is... Yeah, I'll try. Everything's kind of glitching on my end now. Holy, can everyone... Yep, no, we're all good. Who's coming around what now? As Hawkeye goes P4 with a 17 flat. Good lap by him. And Pinju sits in P3 at the moment with a 16.7 on his medium. So, yeah, they're all trying to get the mediums as they can. And yes, they do. It's a very good lap by Howdy. A 16.494 on the mediums. That's ahead of Mark Ping. He puts himself into P2. Only a 10.5 behind DT on the soft. So, Howdy looking very quick today. Let's see what he can do for the Williams. Can he get him off last in the constructors here in Tier 2? That will be very, very good for him. Who else on a lap? No one ever really is at the moment. A lot of lap times in. Only 7 lap times in at the moment, but here's Diz at 57.3 in his second sector, so he's going to be a bit down, I think, on about where DT was in his softs. He's down by about 6-7 tenths. The difference is at the moment, which would put him about P5, but we'll have a look. Not a great final corner. He gets the power down alright. And coming around, yeah, 17.1, puts himself P6. And who's that coming around now?
Alright, I'm back.
Walker. Yes.
So when I rejoined in, went to scroll down, went to Mitch's on board, it was showing me inside the garage. Well, that was fantastic. It's not showing it for me now, which is a good sign. So hopefully it is all Gucci Gooch. So we are back once again. So we do have a Pinju hot lap request. I do apologise that we haven't got it done yet because, yeah, I'm not sure what exactly is going on tonight. So that is banterous at its finest, but we'll do a Pinju hot lap if and when he does come back out on track. Just wait. Yes, if you score points, they will be tallied to Haas, not McLaren. So that is the way we've done it. We've got Dutchie in at the chat, back in the box tonight. Yeah. Mr. Kahoot said it was alright and said it was alright too, so may as well. Q3 Mug Ping for Gumbo. If Mr. Ping does make it in, he's currently in P3, so. And there's a few drivers in and around him on the soft, so. Oh, excuse me.
F1 Legend just went purple on the soft tyres in Sector 1, so...
He's on mediums.
Watch out, I reckon.
He's on mediums.
Is he on?
He's on mediums.
F1 Legend on mediums?
Yep.
Oh no. This isn't good, because I can see a red tyre.
Well, Crunchy's on mediums for me. And
Crunchy's on mediums.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if Legend is actually on sauce. Because this game is 10 out of 10. Game of the year. Some would say. Oh, that is some big understeer for Crunchy. Across the line, it's P9. Mitchie down in the P10, by the way, with a 17.4 as Pumpkin has finally left the session.
Wait, did you say that Mitchie set a lap time? Oh no.
Yeah, Mitchie set a lap time, 17.4.
Oh, I've only got Paddy Crow's the last player that set a lap time on. He's P9. This is great.
Crunchy's in P9.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got like the last 5 that have said lap time, apparently.
Well, you might have to restart your game too.
Yeah, I will. Actually, I will do that. I'll be back in.
As Crunchy, as Hartwig left the session, Hartwigger, Crunchy coming into the stadium section where we might see some action as Hawkeye is back out on track. And I think him and Mitchie have come together, and Crunchy moves up into P4 with a 16.6 as Hawkeye has now left the session. Yeah, Mitchie and Hawkeye did come together, so that is going to be probably one for the stewards to have a look at. As Goats for Life now doing his lap, as we got the top 10 doing their stuff, and I believe that was Paddy Crow up into P5. Perks absolutely going off right about now as the Ferrari team principal, hoping his driver can get into Q3 as Hawkeye is back into the lobby. As Goats for Life going purple. Final sector, that is very deep from Goats for Life here in the Mercedes. Coming around the final corner. And now it's flat all the way. And it's P7. I believe Hartwigger's still in the party. Yes, he is. As Hartwigger has rejoined in. Chris out on his lap. Purple first sector, but I'm pretty sure that's to Mitchie's time. If I know my stuff, which I probably don't, I believe Chris is purple to first sector to Mitchie. Oxy, Legend, and Chris need to start coming in, start putting in their laps as Chris rides the curb like a roller coaster. Fortunately, not to be invalidated, but he is using every inch of this track, and across the line, it's top with a 15.6. Oxy starting off his lap. Pinju's out there on the softs. He knows he could be in a little bit of trouble here. It's Hawkeye. As Mitchie goes up into P2 until that bold softs, which is not the play.
Not what you want around here.
It's not the play. But I'm pretty sure something happened between Mitchie and Hawkeye, so stewards could be in for a quali situation. DT's out on his lap and he's invalidated as well. And Pinju's off on his out lap, or hot lap, so we are going to take an onboard lap with Pinju. And here comes Pinju. Final corner. Goes to top with a 15.4. That is him safe, you would think. Oxy and Legend, Hawkeye and Diz are out there. Goats is in the pits. Not sure how long is left. 30 seconds. Can Paddy Crow make it? It is going to be so close for Paddy. As Mitch is just getting out of the way. And I think Paddy Crow will make it. What about Howdy?
Oxy invalid. Oxy's invalid. That's him done.
Can Howdy make it in as Goats is retired? I think Howdy might just make it in. He does. Same with Oxy made it as well, and that is qualifying done. Legend. What can Legend do? Both.
Looks on a pretty good lap at the moment.
Both Mercedes are out. Hawkeye up into P8, and he's also retired as well. Legend goes
P2.
up into P2. Diz is
Great lap.
cutting the corner like no tomorrow. What about a Paddy Crow? Crunchy down into P10. Hutto goes to the top.
3 lap old softs though.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Paddy cannot afford a invalidation. I'm not sure what the sitch is with Oxy. Diz is into the lane. What? Paddy Crow, final corner.
He's
Paddy
safe.
Crow goes up into P7
Great
and
lap.
something's happened between Howdy and Oxygen. And Hawkeye makes it into Q3 on the... He's the only one that's going to be starting on the medium tyres.
And Howdy. Howdy as well.
Oh, yeah, he is. Well, that's certainly interesting.
I'm surprised how many went on the softs. Yeah. Hutto and Nietzsche on 2 and 3 lap hold softs. That is going to really hurt them come start the race.
Same with DT as well. He's on 2 lap old
Yes.
softs. But Howdy, Hawkeye, 2 and 3 lap old mediums. You probably think that is okay. It's probably just the softs. It's not a good race tyre.
No, it will, especially early on in the race, they will just be, they will just chew up the tyres. So, yeah, I think it has to be a 2-stopper for them now.
Early safety car or VSC, probably see the softs bolt in.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen around Mexico.
Yeah, so the top 8 all on soft tyres. So Howdy, Hawkeye, if they get a good enough grid slot for the race, they could be in a strong position. But now, as we're going to head on to Q3 with Crunchy, Goats, Diz, and Oxy out, we're going to take a short ad break.
Go to Sully's Shirts today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we've got everything your heart desires. The custom-made shirts, the custom-made thongs, the custom-made phone cases. Get it today. Sully Shirts, because you are never dressed until you are wearing a Sully's. Go and get it today. And don't forget, if you want to join our Discord, FormulaOCE, we've got plenty of room for you. FormulaOCE, the Discord is in the chat right now. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel to watch all the old races where I was actually competitive, and many others. Go to FormulaOCE YouTube channel right now. And of course, you're on the Twitch channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because it definitely helps us out here on Twitch. And don't forget our partners, Oceania Premier Sim League and Rapid Racing League.
Alright, chat, we are back. The poll for the pole position is up. We got Hutto, Chris, Mitchy, Howdy, or if you think someone else other, let us know in the chat on who do you think will be pole position, if not those 4 drivers. And I'm pretty sure Howdy just voted for himself. But let us know anyway, as everybody will be on the softs anyway. But Hartwigger, who do you predict to get pole position here tonight for Mexico?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Howdy. I think Williams, P10 of the constructors, he looks real quick tonight. I think he's gonna chuck it on pole on those medium tyres to start for the race too.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, I was on Discord.
No.
I do apologise.
That's alright. No, I said I'm back in Howdy in the Williams. I think I need to score some points and gonna put him in the best possible chance.
Howdy, not back in Mukping.
Oh, look,
that is...
I don't want to be biased.
Pole position. I tell you, this could be the closest pole of the season, and we've had some pretty close fights for pole position, but I'm going to go something a little bit different here. I'm not going to predict pole, but P3, P4, I'm going to say DT and I think Mupping. Because, hear me out, I don't think pole position is going to be really beneficial for anybody. It's a long straight. It's a long way to turn one. I believe it's like over 750 meters into turn one or to turn one. The slipstream effect. We're going to see multiple 4 wides up and down the grid. I think if you start P1 or P2, you're going to be on the back foot if you don't get a good start straight away. And we saw what happened on Thursday with T3, with Jimmy starting on P2. He had an absolute shocking start, and he fell back to like P7, P8 at the end of the first lap. So he lost a lot of positions on the opening lap. But
yeah, it's a very unrewarding, unrewarding track at the start. Very hard if you get it wrong.
Does he say Mitchie the bin? Well, that could be a play.
That'd be pretty big for the championship if he doesn't get a good lap in. Be called by the Dutchie.
Yeah. The top 5 in the championship are in the Q3, so
What do you want to say?
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating end to Q3. As Mitchie goes to the top with a 16-foot. That's probably on an older set of tyres.
Would think so for that time. He's a lot quicker than that. I reckon he's got an extra second in the bag, honestly.
As Paddy goes to 18.6, he probably made some mistakes as well. Hutto's into the pits. And what about Hawkeye? Hawkeye's showing some good pace here early on. He goes to top with a 15.5. What a lap from the Red Bull, man. What about Legend? It's a 16.2.
I reckon that might be a U set for Legends 2.
What about DT? And I believe the next one is Howdy. That's your $100 for Hudder to leave from that 5 to that 25. Well, it could happen. As DT goes P2 into 1-2 for the Red Bulls, and the Red Bull team principal was nearly going to bring out the Randy Marsh gift if any of the admins or owners or last season's Williams team know. If you know, you know. And both Pinju and Mukping have invalidated both of their runs. So they're back in. Mitchie's back in. He must have been validated. Paddy Crow going up for another lap. He stays P6, 16.9. Maybe even another. There's Pinju's actually out there on the medium. So interesting strat from Pinju. Probably saving his stops for the end. Just getting a feel for Q3. And Hawkeye's going for another run. So both Bulls might have filled up for at least 2 runs here. Unless they...
Yeah, well, Hawkeye, he's only got 20% ERS now, so I'm wondering if he's going to lose it by the end of the lap.
Yeah, I think he'll lose it, especially in the middle sector. Let's just have a look at his first sector time split. Let's see if he's actually up. I mean,
yeah,
barely. If he can stay above that 10% mark through this middle sector, I think he might be all right. Because this final sector, he could save a little bit more. And DT's into the pits.
His second sector split, this will be interesting. Is he's 6% ERS.
He's still
up by marginally. May as well finish at the lap. I mean, he'll know the delta better than us, but
Let's see if he actually pulls into the lane.
yeah, no, he's pulling in. Yep.
Yeah, he's pulling in. Pinju goes up into P6 with a 16.6. As I have a look at the votes at the moment, Hutto, Minchie, Howdy all have a vote. Chris does not have a vote yet.
Yes.
Dutchy with Team Hydrate. Dutchy, I have my JD with me already. You've read my mind. So Pinju, the only one out there. But yeah, as I was saying early on, I think it's better if you start P3, P4. I know Ryan won from pole but he had a fantastic start on Friday. T4 from memory. I believe 1 and 2 didn't get off to the best of starts as well. As Pinju's cutting the track like an absolute madman. And he's probably coming in. Yes, he is. With 4.5 to go. Cars are coming out pretty early. Chris and Hutto are out. And Paddy Crow's coming out too. So, have they filled up for 2 runs here? DT's coming back out on the same set of softs. Has he filled up for 2 runs? Howdy hasn't come out yet. Ping is now coming out as well. Not sure what the cinch is between Hutto and Chris here, what they're actually doing. Probably a bit of gamesmanship. Mitchie's back out there as well. DT. Hawkeye's now coming out on a fresh set of softs, so he's using his Q3 set now, you would think. As DT's let Muck Ping go, he's got a massive gap between himself and Legend, so that's not too shabby for the Red Bull man. Oh,
Tell you what, watch out for Pinju here. Should be about a 1.2 second delta on fresh softs, so that would put him P1 at the moment if he did that. So he's not a bad shout for pole either.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've put, every time I commentated Tier 2, I've put Pinju in the pole. In the pole for pole. But,
very quick driver he is. Paddy Crow, first one to start the laps.
This Pinju's now coming out. He's going to come out ahead of Mitchie. Hopefully he lets Mitchie goes by without any hitch. So Panico will be the first one to set a lap time with 2 minutes and change remaining. And the top 5 in the championship all into Q3, all out on track. At the moment, Legend is ahead of that battle pack, as Howdy has won the vote with 2 of the votes. Other has also got 2 votes as well. Hutto, Mitchie with a vote each, and Chris with no votes. So, no one having the faith for Chris, it would seem.
Paddy 5 tenths up at the moment.
Yes.
In about P5.
16.4. He might gain like another 2 or 3 tenths. Might be 16.1 perhaps. Let's have a look at this final corner here.
It's pretty smooth out of there. 16.4, yep.
16.4.
I think he might be able to go for 2. He might be going for another run straight off the back of that too. Oh, Legend's retired in the middle sector.
Whoa, that's now going to change the tactics now.
Big.
As Buckping goes to the top with a 15.5. Hawkeye is going slow. He's probably made a mistake. Same with DT. Mitchie's made a mistake as well. So the next one to set lap time will be Howdy. And I think he'll be the first one up. There's still over a minute to go, so there's still enough time for another run for Howdy. As this is at the session, hopefully he can get back in. If Paddy is
up by 4 tenths here, Howdy.
If Paddy's saving ERS, he could go again. But Howdy is going to be the first one to set the first or second lap time after Mukping.
Is it 15 flat?
Yeah, it's a 15
Yeah,
flat.
15 flat. That's a great lap time.
Yeah, Paddy was saving the ERS, as just as I thought. Pinju, no, it's going to be Hutto. 30 seconds.
He's going for the run now. This is, I think, Artney's run.
So this lap is going to count.
Chris, what can he do?
It's a 15-6.
15-6.
P4.
6 tenths off Howdy.
Oh, DT's invalidated, but that's it. Quali's done for DT. He has no more fuel. That is such a shame for the Red Bull, man. Pinju, he'll get another lap in. As Mitchie goes up into P5, can he keep going though? That is it. Quali is done, and Hawkeye's made another mistake. So at the moment, as he only started as high as P3.
Pulls into. Itchy will not get another lap and he's on 30% ERS, so I think he'll be done.
Not pushing.
I know that's pretty safe off the top, I think, at 15 flat. He's going to beat that at the moment. I was picking up by a 10th though in the first sector, so look out.
Someone's off.
And Alfa Romeo spun it.
No, it's an Aston. It's an Aston. I think it might be...
Sorry, Aston. Wrong A.
Paddy Croak goes P7.
It's a good lap.
Hutto goes up into P2. Mitchie has retired. So Hutto, P2 in the championship. What about Mukpig? Can he spoil the party? Can he get himself onto the front row? He can. It's a 15-1. Chris is coming in. It's now done to Pinju. No, it's not. Pinju has invalidated. He has invalidated. So that means, ladies and gentlemen,
that's it.
Howdy mate, get pole position, I think, for the first time this season.
Great lap.
A 15-0 pole position. Mukping misses out just by over a tenth of a second. Hawkeye into P4 on debut in the Red Bull, mind you. This is his first race full time. Aston's a 5th and 6th. DT's P7, so it's a Red Bull sandwich for the Astons. And there it is. Howdy P1, Mukping P2, Hutto P3, Hawkeye P4, Chris P5, Mitchie P6, DT P7. I think DT could have gotten at least maybe P4 had he got that one lap in. Paddy Crow P8, Legend P9 after crashing out on his second run, and Pinju down into P10. And with that, Howdy, and don't forget, Howdy and Hawkeye will be starting on the medium. So, Howdy and Hawkeye need a good start off the line. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking a short ad break as we get ready for the grid.
Go to Sully's Shirts today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we've got everything your heart desires. The custom-made shirts, the custom-made thongs, the custom-made phone cases. Get it today. Sully Shirts, because you are never dressed until you are wearing a Sully's. Go and get it today. And don't forget, if you want to join our Discord, FormulaOCE, we've got plenty of room for you. FormulaOCE, the Discord is in the chat right now. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel to watch all the old races where I was actually competitive, and many others. Go to a FormulaOCE YouTube channel right now. And of course, you're on the Twitch channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because it definitely helps us out here on Twitch. And don't forget our partners, Oceania Premier Sim League and Rapid Racing League.
Alright, this has certainly been interesting, but welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. that surprisingly went a little bit quicker than what I was anticipating. Just to double check everything. We are back. Hopefully everybody puts their setups on. As we know, Howdy and Hawker were the only two in the top 10 on the mediums. Everyone else was on the softs. So we should have a normal lot of 17 and not 18 because of that random Ferrari. So this is making me do some editing, but that's fine. But we are back. We are back once again for T2 at Mexico. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze on me this time. And
hopefully it's smooth sailing from here.
yeah, and if people retire, they don't just go around on 3 tires.
No, hopefully not. Hopefully no one retires. It's a nice clean race. But I know that's going to happen.
As we're waiting for Mr. Oxy himself. Oh, excuse me. Well, hopefully Oxy can get back in. So we see. So Gisway's in the correct car this time, not in the McLaren. So that is well good.
Ooh, a couple of changes on tyre choice down the grid. I think Daff's on mediums this time.
Yeah, it's outside the 10. So as long as it's not inside the 10, that's fine. Which is Howdy and Hawker were the only two on the mediums. Outside the 10, you can start on any tyre you may choose.
Tell you what, this will help the likes of Mitchie and that, who are on 2 to 3 lap old soft tyres. They'll be now on fresh ones, which is really going to help them.
It could say the same for Howdy and Hawkeye as well. They were on 2 to 3 lap old
Very true.
mediums. Yes,
Very true.
Yes, the softs will be quick at the start, but they can go.
They're out pretty quick around here.
Yeah. Pit stops, you probably stretch them to what, 9, 10, if you can.
Yeah. I think if you want to play it safe, you go 2 stop, obviously. But if you want to really risk it, try to go soft to hard, gotta stretch it as long as you can.
Well,
10 to 12 laps, really, and just.
I was just going to say, Mexico is usually a 2-stop anyway, as that is the quickest strategy around here. As Howdy needs to slow down to let the field catch up, otherwise he's going to be starting on very cold mediums. And I think he now realises that is what he's got to do. So, we are back for take number 2. Oh dear. For Tier 2 at Mexico. Dutch did a 1-stop. Well, I think he had like many of a safety car to help out there too. Which
plenty of those.
As we saw, safety cars aren't out the realm of possibility.
No. Would not be surprised if after turn 1 we see a safety car deployed.
Early safety car, going to be interesting to see what the soft runners do.
I think you need to just stay out there. I think you run the softs and try to stretch it a bit.
Well, as we get
that one, that is.
As we get ready for the Mexican Grand Prix, the Checo or the Sergio Perez Grand Prix, as Mitchie likes to say. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for take 2. For tier number 2, as we're just waiting for Mr. Oxy himself once again. It's not been. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
No. 5 red lights. The Mexican Grand Prix.
And it starts out, and
away
away we go. And Howdy sort of...
Good launch for Mukping.
Yeah,
Great launch for Mukping.
Mukping gets the better launch. Chris is up at the P3. So Chris has made the launch again.
5 wide. Let's get 4 or 5 wide.
Oh, Mitchie and Hutto going side by side with Hawkeye. Mitchie pushes Hutto out wide, and Hawkeye going down the inside of Howdy. Oxy's left the session again. This is pandemonium, and Mitchie's up into P4. He's looking for a move down the outside, is he? Round the outside of turn 4 as Howdy pushes him out wide, and Mitchie's up into P3.
What a move.
Hawkeye looking.
What a move.
Hawkeye's looking for a move onto Howdy. This could be for net position coming out of this race as Paddy and Pinjo going side by side. Hutto absolutely going slow. Maybe if he got the putty set up on. And Hutto around the outside gets this move done as Steve has rejoined and he's down in last. Legend is down in the P10. Pinjo's made a gain of 2 spots already. Legend going out wide. Crunchy and Diz right now. Diz going to go around the outside. Oh, Crunchy pushes him off. That's probably a warning. And Diz and Kruder takes P12. Goats down in the 4th. Dishway up into 15th. Daff down in the 16th. And Oxy probably into his car. Once again, it's Mitchie's 1.5 seconds behind Chris. And now...
Howdy dropping 4 spots dropped for Howdy there. 3 sorry at the start. No good. The mediums just did not grip up. But as Chris goes down the inside, Mukping thinks better of it.
Yeah, that's not the correct fastest lap, chat.
No, I mean he's fast, but not that fast.
Yeah. Now, could we see some Red Bull tactics here? Would Hawkeye let DT through to have a go at Howdy and potential podium?
Gee, what would you do then, Fridays? What would you be thinking? Would you let...
I think
if you're Hawkeye, would you let
Hawkeye's
DT
doing
through?
it. Hawkeye is doing it. Yep, Hawkeye's done the team thing there. So now Pinju is now behind the meaty runner of Hawkeye.
Howdy's struggling to keep up to the top 3 with his mediums off the start.
And Pinju's going to make the move on the inside of the stadium section, and he gets the move done. Hawkeye did the right thing.
Right out.
Hawkeye did the right thing. It's now DT is half a second behind Howdy. And Mitchie slowly but surely catching up to these two as DRS is now enabled. Mitchie only has 16% ERS. His Legend and Paddy Crow going at it like last night's pizza. Goats for Life has retired.
Goats for Life done.
Is that a safety car?
That could be a safety car.
It's a virtual. And Howdy and DT, I think DT might have to give the position back to Howdy.
Yeah. I think so. He doesn't look like he's going to.
Well, I thought it looked like he was, but Howdy just pulled back.
Yeah. Looked like he made the overtake after which safety car was called. So, don't know what's going on there.
Well, usually the thing will come up if DT would have gotten a penalty, but maybe he got.
Yeah.
He
did.
He got a drive-through.
Speeding though.
Yeah, it's speeding.
And then he's giving the place back to how. And Pinju's over. Oh, it's done. That's right. That's fair.
It's green flag. Yep, it's. Sorry.
Yeah, I did not even notice that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, Pinju's had an.
Pinju opportunistic.
Yeah.
Is that rapid Daff off?
Yeah, Daff.
Infected too.
Yeah, Daff is off, and now that's taken the second victim in a space of a lap and a half. So DT will have to do his drive-through penalty right now. And he's still
unlucky. He was looking. He's up into P4 as well, looking really good at the start. Chris already on 22% ERS. He's right behind the gearbox now, Mukping. And these two look like they've got the pace of a Mitchie at the moment, I think.
Yeah, Mitchie with only like 16%, and Chris is not using ERS on this straight, but he's gaining.
Getting
and
real close.
He just ran out of the road.
He doesn't need to make a big move here. He can stay behind Mukping, who has some decent pace at the moment, and just try to keep the tyres.
Makes the move onto Hawkeye. Hawkeye is starting to lose a little bit of pace here. Stuck into this little bit of a train here.
I'll be hoping Howdy and Hawkeye here will be hoping that the softs really start to die off soon because they are just not having the pace at the moment. Howdy's off! Howdy's out! Oh.
Well, that's probably...
Oh, he's had that. That's tactical.
It's
Virtual.
Oh, there we go.
Now.
There's the big
Ooh,
one.
now, who pits, who doesn't? That was a big crash.
Muckping's in.
Muckping in.
Muckping in. Both Astons stay out. Oh, that's interesting.
Ooh.
Both Astons have
Switch
stayed out.
strategies.
Pinju's staying out. Hutto's staying out.
Oh man, that was a big crash. Howdy lost the rear coming out of the S's in sector 2. Tried to catch it, but Kenneth did too much. Lost the back end again. Went straight to the wall.
So Muckping comes in for a set of mediums. Does DT come in for mediums? No, he stays out.
That was smart by Oxy. I don't know if Oxy deliberately did that or not, but he was going to be ahead of Muckping. Now, I'm going to say he did deliberately. I think he might have slowed down to let Muckping take the position.
Yeah, well,
after restart.
Well, Muckping's done his one pit stop that he needs to do. Daff is on a set of hards.
I don't know. The hards really don't grip. I tried it on Friday and they just do not grip in here at all. But we'll see what he can do at least. But this brings DT back into the race too.
So if you're the
he's on those softs.
So the soft runners 1 to 4, 6 to 8 did not pit.
Yep.
Something's happened
that's...
with DT and Oxy.
Yeah.
Oh, Oxy's red
DT's
Xing.
overtaken Ox.
Nah, Oxy's red Xing. So we might see a random Alfa Romeo pop ahead in a matter of speaking. But as I was just gonna say, the soft runners, they can't pit now. They're gonna have to wait because they're just gonna lose too much time. If I'm DT, I'll box. I'll box full.
I would.
I'll
bet
box
to
for mediums.
ask you that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. You know,
box for the mediums.
nothing to lose if you DT. Yeah. No point being down here in 13th with full lap on softs. Better off to go 15th with fresh mediums. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what he does though. No, he doesn't come in. No. It's a bit of a blunder, I think.
Probably thinks he's still got enough pace on the sauce, but yeah, the sauce will go a little bit longer now, but how much longer is the question. Hawkeye is in a very, very strong position here.
Yeah, it looks good. All it needs is a good restart, a couple of positions. He can sit behind some of these soft runners for a bit and wait till they start dying off, and yeah, he could be in a commanding lead come midway through this race, honestly.
I just like to point out, it's an Aston 1-2, it's an Alpine 3-4.
Oh my, yes. Oh, that's...
It
always ends up happening.
Constructors, it's, Alpine does have the lead, I do believe.
Marginally, I think, by only a handful of points.
Yeah, it's only 3 points the gap between Aston and Alpine. Actually, let me just double check. It's Alpine.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Alpine is on top.
106, 103.
Yeah, Alpine is on top. So 3 points separating these two teams. Can Hawkeye spoil the party here? Now, what can Mitchie and Hutto do here? Because Mitchie can be a re-gunner for Chris. Hutto can be a re-gunner for Pinju, just in case if Hawkeye gets a mammoth start. And safety car is in this lap, so we're going to find out that answer pretty shortly. As Mitchie nearly hits the back of his teammate. That could have been some drama earlier on. As Oxy's down in the 15th, I think his internet is absolutely having the mares. Hawkeye now gets a time. So, I'm not sure what happened there.
Another penalty for Crunchy. Crunchy's also got a 5 second.
And
just a bit of slight contact. Chris goes early.
Chris nearly loses the back end, and it's now green flag racing. That could have been drama for Chris. Hawkeye, well, that 5 seconds is not going to be... He can't get taken off. As Daff has spun at the final corner.
Those halves just probably real cold. I reckon those halves just don't grip in. I said that, and yeah, be a long race for him now, I think. pretty line astern at the moment. No one's making many moves. But I say that F1 Legend is going to go around the outside of Hawkeye here for P5. Gets it done nice and cleanly. Boy.
So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Hutto. Maybe he's forgot his setup, or the setup isn't working, or he put it the wrong one on, but he just has no pace. This is not Hutto's true pace, as we've seen throughout this season thus far. As this gets to move on, I think Hawkeye, yep, he's just picking his battles, which is wise.
Yep. They need to.
He doesn't want to get too far down to fall in the clutches of the likes of Cruder, Crunchy, Jish, and Mukping. And to an extent, his teammate Daff gets a time penalty. So, yeah, not exactly sure what happened with Hutto and Hawkeye, Crunchy, and Jishway. It's, yeah, maybe one for the stewards to look at afterwards. Because Hawkeye will have to serve that 5 seconds no matter what. He'll have to make his pit stop.
Yeah, he will. He will. Is he getting awfully close to Chris? I don't know if there'll be a move going on here at all, but no, I think yeah. Itchy might want Chris to get a bit of a move on here because Pinju is just sticking with him quite nicely. And Chris, I think Mitchy's a bit faster than Chris at the moment, so just watch that space. But everywhere else is pretty single file at the moment. No real moves happening.
Hawkeye's outside the 1 second mark. That is not what he needs. But Diz is pushing like a madman to catch up to Legend. Legend's 1.3 behind Hutto here. But Steve gets a time penalty.
I reckon Diz is a good spot. Diz also got a bit squirrely in the rear end. Mitchy surely he's going to go for the move on Chris. Yes, he is. Up the inside goes Mitchy into turn 1 on Chris. I think Chris is going to find it too hard. He doesn't. Thinks better of it.
But this brings
stick behind Mitchy now.
This brings Pinju into this party. Chris is now
Pinju
vulnerable.
only 8%. Pinju only 8%. He's got no ERS. Chris has got something to play with. So
Pinju sends it anyway.
Pinju sends it.
Oh, what a move! But Chris is holding on. But Pinju around the outside. He's got the move done.
What a... I don't know. And that also helps out his teammate Storm Hutto, brings him close to this pack now. But what a move by Pinju. That's some ballsy stuff there. I know. Do you reckon should Mitchie maybe just held off on the move, and then maybe kept them both 1-2?
Oh, Chris!
As Hawkeye's fallen down.
Yeah,
Hawkeye,
he left.
He's just joined.
He just rejoined.
Yeah, just saw that.
Chris is now struggling. Will we see a pit from the Aston Martin? No, we won't. No one taking a chance on the undercut. So the top 6 all under a second of each other. Paddy Crow might be...
Pinju, 0% ERS. So he, I don't know, I don't think he's going to make a move on Mitchie. It'll have to be pure DRS. Pinju looks feisty at the moment. Oh, who's out? Hawkeye out. And Jishway spun.
It's a VSC.
It's a VSC. That's going to help Pinju.
Yeah, recover
really
some of that.
Pinju.
Yeah, recovering some of that ERS. So unfortunate
There's
for Hawkeye. Not sure what happened there.
Might have. He actually might have maybe clicked the join back button on the spectate thing, and might have been put back in a bit of an awkward position. Does happen sometimes. But he was looking on too.
Yeah, he was looking for some big points here tonight. I think he would have gotten them too.
Yeah. But there's a top 6 right up each other's gearboxes, but Paddy Crow about 2 seconds behind in P7 and holds up this train as we're back to green flag racing now, and DRS straight away enabled here after beat SC And Mitch is going to be under attack here by Pinju.
And Chris is in.
Legend.
Hutto,
Oh, Chris and Hotto pit.
and
Okay.
this is in. So they're looking for the
Interesting.
undercard. I think they were going to pit if the BSC stayed out that little bit longer. Oxy gets a 5-second time penalty.
See,
He-
Oxy retires.
in the
Okay.
pits.
He's done with it. Here we go. Pinju, what great run, Pinju. Great run on Mitchie. This will be a move, I reckon. Low air rash again, but Pinju up the inside. It should be a pretty spick and span move. Mitchie gonna try hold around the outside still. But to no avail as Pinju gets up to P1. I'll tell you what, this Alpine Aston Martin fight, it is getting spicy.
It is getting the spicy treatment. And right now, Mitchie's falling a bit behind as Oxy has left the session. As Cruder now gets a time penalty. That is unfortunate for the lone.
Looks like Cruder looks like he just hasn't got a lot of grip, understeering quite a bit behind Crunchy. So yeah, he's struggling quite a bit. That's probably why those penalties now. But it's a track where you get a lot of penalties, so that will be, I reckon, a decide. Ooh, they're all pitting ahead.
Yeah, I thought Legend was gonna try and stay out and do the overcut, but he's done the exact same thing. Oh, Crunchy. Well, as we've seen, there's Mukping. Mukping's joined this party. Where did Mukping come from?
I don't remember. Okay. And he's on that fight. He's on 5 lap fresher mediums as Cruder goes wide. And I reckon Mukping here. No, he won't get it. Cruder also has DRS, but yeah, 5 lap fresher tyres. Mukping might be able to make a move here, and break away from this pack. But where's 2 Aston Martins, 7th and 8th, Pinju, and 6th. He's 1 point. No, he's not. That's a timing glitch. Okay. But Storm's way down. So Legends ahead of Storm. Diz.
Oh, Crunchy! Oh, that was a slide and a half from Crunchy Swanman. Diz gets a time penalty on the soft tyres, so he forgets how much grip the softs has. I'm expecting Paddy Crow to come in. And he's not. He's staying out for another lap.
I think he's going to try the one stop here onto the hard tyres potentially, which, you know, he has probably got the pace today, so not a bad shout, honestly. No safety cars happen.
Jishway's in.
Early for the mediums, I think. I think they could have won an extra 3-4 laps, but he's on softs. Clean air for Pinju and the 2 Astons behind. 12 seconds to Paddy Crow ahead, but yeah, Storm's struggling.
Oh, I thought he was going to make the move on Chris around the outside, but Chris shuts the door, and Chris is now going to fall back behind Diz.
This is going to be interesting because Diz is going to be in the soft tyres. He goes on the inside now. Chris probably should just let him go. Honestly, he's on the big tyres.
The flag is Mukping.
An accident. Mukping.
Mukping's got no wing.
No wing. Yeah. Oh my lord, what has happened there?
Now, if you're Paddy Crow, are you coming in? Because Mukping could easily hold up the rest of the pack, but they're not catching up.
No, I wouldn't. He's still in the DRS range. He's still holding up to these guys pretty nice.
Oh,
Cruder! Keep the pace.
Cruder makes an awful mistake, and Crunchy Strawman makes the move for P1 like it was.
Paddy is in too, but
taking candy from a baby. Crunchy.
Yeah, Cruder really struggling now. I reckon you'll see him pit the next couple laps now, but oh boy, oh boy. As Diz gets on the inside of F1 Legend pretty easily there.
Chris is losing so much time. He is not staying within the DRS. Even Hutto's now catching up to him.
Hutto was way behind, but yeah, he's closing right up to him. So it looks like just it's going to be Pinju and Michi v Chris and Hutto at the moment. As Crunchy gets another 3-second penalty, but looks like Crunchy might. He's just a second ahead of Kruder. It's now a matter though for those two at the front.
Oh, well.
As Michi gets a penalty.
Yeah, I was just about to say, well, that could be game changer come the end of this race.
Yeah. As Kruder's in, I thought he might.
And Crunchy's.
Yeah, how long can Crunchy go? Yeah, he just want to run it long now, as long as he can. Hope for a safety car, or or not just put onto hards. But do you put onto hards, or you just?
Well, you gotta think of it this way. Crunchy does have a 5-second penalty that he'll need to do once he's in.
Yeah. Very true, very true. The hard one for Crunchy, because I don't know how long this medium's going to hold on for. The hards just don't have a lot of grip around here. And if the safety car comes out too, it's not good if he's on hard tyres. But interesting, as Pinju is now 10.5 seconds away from Crunchy. He closely followed by Michi and Diz, who's now closing on to this top second and third fight. This is going to be another element to this race. He's on the soft tyres and everyone's else on the medium, so he might close up to the two title protagonists very quickly.
So Dutchy reckons 24-25 for Crunchy. The only person staying out, unless he's coming in, he's staying out. So what? Another 10 laps, Dutchy reckons.
I don't know how much. Well, we've had some VSCs and some full core safety cars, so he's at the lead. He doesn't need now to push that hard. He can save the tyres as TT gets a penalty.
Yeah, I was on board with him.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Crunchy does, as Diz awfully close to Michi now. It's battle for second, third, fourth, hitting right up.
Ooh, Diz.
Yeah, Skrilly. No move for anyone, as Legend's now 3 seconds behind Diz now. He's lost a bit of pace, and Chris and Hutto now catching back up. Just recomposed.
Paddy and Jishway making some contact. These two are fighting hammer and tongue. Yelvac sector 2. Diz is out!
Diz is out!
Oh, that's a big crash!
That might be a
That's
full safety car. There we go.
So
this is big for Crunchy.
Yeah, that is big for Crunchy. So
what's he do though? What's he do?
He'll have to come in, surely, because he does have that 5 seconds to get rid of.
What tyre do you go though now?
Maybe, I think it's softs, or is it another set of mediums? It's softs. Well, someone for like Daff now, he can go back onto the mediums. And
yeah, Daff's in a good spot.
Maybe even go to the
soft
end.
tyres. I think that's the best call for Crunchy, honestly, because I would not be surprised if another safety car happens, and yeah, hard's terrible. I'd rather go 2 sets of softs now, but yeah, in P8 he is, as Pinju and Michi, 1 and 2, but Diz, we were just saying he could be another factor in this race, and he's only went and put it in the wall.
So Chris came in again, another set of mediums. Muckping stays out. Jishway's mediums. Daff is on softs, so he'll might be able to stop again. Maybe he doesn't.
I don't mind that from Chris. Now you point that out. He's pitted again. I reckon that's a. Watch out for Chris.
Dutchy saying Chris to the end. Well, we're thinking Chris and Jishway to the end. Tell you what, it's going to be close with Deluxe, Pinju, Michi, Legend, and Hutto, as well as DT. Can they go to the end?
Yeah, I think we'll be safety car will be in next lap, so that's 18 laps. Yeah, you look that it'll be a struggle. I think they'll be hoping for another late safety car on some soft tyres, but doable. They're great. They're great drivers. So yeah, definitely doable.
Well, this happened on Thursday. Car Gamer did the one stop. He lost the lead on the final lap due to the tyre. He did 24 laps on the mediums.
It's a solid stint.
So, and his tyres were at 87%. So, the front four and DT are going to go a little bit longer on this set if they don't pit again. We'll just have a look
I think they've got no choice. They have to run it as long as they can now.
I'm just looking here at the penalty situation. Mitch's got 3, Cruda, DT 3, Crunchy has 6, Jishway and Daff has 3 each. And now,
I'm actually quite surprised. Halfway through the race, not too many penalties going around.
well, what's that? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 penalties, with Crunchy getting 2 of them. So maybe some of these other drivers might have 1 or 2 warnings next to the name, perhaps. So,
Gee, this is a tense, I'd call it, the races at the moment. Like, you don't know who's gonna do what.
so the likes of Crunchy, Cruda, Crunchy, and Daff on the softs, they're going to be quick off the start line here. And we expect now safety car to be in this lap with half race distance to go. Yep, there it is. Safety car is in this lap. Wow,
When does Pinji go? Does he go right to the line, or does he go at the real proper final corner and go? It's a long straight, very long straight. So needs to time it to perfection.
Mitchie probably needs to stay within, or not that close, but close enough.
Yeah. That was awfully close. Here we go. Where's he go? Goes now. There we go. Oh, Mitchie.
Oh.
So it was too close nearly. But this is going to be to turn 1. Legend not too far behind that either.
And Cruda's got.
But Mitchie, look, up the inside of Pinju goes Mitchie. Will he get it done? Holds it. Pinju go around the outside. Mitchie. Oh, they're getting awfully close. Mitchie's going to get a pretty bad run, but Pinju still has to be on the outside. Pinju's going to get the better run, I'd think. And he's still got a front wing right next to his rear tyre. Pinju now up the inside of Mitchie. Any contact? No, they get through there quite cleanly. Mitchie should be able to hang him out now. He does. And Mitchie into the lead. That is some nice racing there. But Pinju just didn't get the restart he needed.
And Cruda barges himself up into P3. This could be a good solid result for the McLarens. Obviously, Cruda, the lone driver here tonight. Oh, that's a Qualico Legend now gets a penalty. And now Pinju is letting.
Is Pinju slow?
No, Pinju's just let Cruda through, 100%. That's what Pinju has done.
He's got 50% ERS. He's used a lot of ERS to defend for Mitchie. He may as well stick behind him. Yeah, oh yeah. Look how fast Cruda is. Passing Mitchie. Mitchie should just let him go here. Yep, he is. No need to fight that. Pinju shot down a second behind these guys. A bunch of ERS though. As Crunchy gets the move done on DTX on those soft tyres, and maybe looks to get Storm Hutto down this next straight. Gets real close to Storm as Daff makes the move on Mark Ping. So this soft tyres really working. As Pinju penalty.
Wow,
oh, no.
wow.
Well, it makes it a straight fair fight between Mitchie and Pinju now.
Yeah.
There's no move for Crunchy.
Crunchy is
Like you said, Fry.
hounding Hutto at the moment.
Oh yeah, but yeah, these soft tyres are really working at the moment. Like you said, they're going to cause some really make an impact in this race they have so far. As it's pretty line astern at the moment. Cruda leading the way by a second after that safety car restart to Mitchie, who's closely followed by Pinju. As Daff makes a move on Chris.
There's Mukping as well. So after that early spin from Mukping, it's Daffy's really pushing Paddy Crow around the final corner. And
Should be an easy move now.
Yeah, Daffy just said thank you very much. Well, so the DRS is now enabled. Won't be effective until the final sector. Well, midway through the second sector, I should say.
Crunchy is not able to get close enough to Storm, who's now closing on the back of Legend, so he won't want to get held up here. He wants to get through as quick as he can and just get into some nice clean air behind the leaders. But Cruda at the moment, Cruda, bloody hell.
That's his second penalty.
Yeah, I was about to say he's just starting to get away from these guys too on the sauce, but you need his Crunchy gets a really nice run on Storm, doesn't make a move though. Gee whiz, everyone's so close though.
Yeah, the dirty air on this game, it's not great. DT will now have DRS to help him out to pull away from Paddy Crow. So that's one positive for DT so far. But
if you're Pinju, do you make a move or do you just stick behind? So you haven't got a lot of DRS here, Pinju. There's Mukping in 3 seconds, but I think you just stay behind and just he's using all his DRS. He's going to go for the move, I think, but he needs to calm down. I think a little bit here, Pinju, and just
he's going for it.
Yep, up the inside. Use all the DRS, hit the apex nicely, and Mitchie is just gonna say, "There you go, mate. You can do that. I'll stick behind you."
And behind, Crunchy gets ahead of Hutto here as Chris is up into P9, Paddy's down to P10. Dishway now looking for a move.
He's got the DRS on Paddy, and it should
Crunchy
be
and Legend.
slim dunk.
Oh, there's
this
contact!
one, Dishway, Paddy!
There is contact.
Oh, I think Dishway, he just turned in too early on Paddy. Oh no. Paddy, I think, might have a bit of... Does he have damage or not? No, it looks all good from here for Paddy, but 3 seconds for Storm.
Storm now has a time penalty, so this is going to be huge.
All bar 2, which is Chris and Paddy with penalties now, so it's going to come down to that, I reckon, end of the race. There's Crunchy another 3 seconds, but he's going to be close. He's closing up now to Mitchie and Pinju. Mitchie only just within the second. And him and Pinju both got no ERS at all. I don't know what they're doing, to be quite frank, as Daff gets up to P5. And I'll tell you what, 2 Alpha Tauris, P4 and 5, I know they have to pit again off the softs, but I mean, a safety car here, they pit for the set of soft or mediums. Like, they're in a really good spot.
Yeah. 4 and 5 currently, the AlphaTauri lads, with the new team principal with Daff, looking very strong at this point. As you said, they will have to pit again, but what of the medium lads? Will they have to pit again?
Yeah, look. That's going to be...
Oh, Mitchie went sliding like he was on the water park.
Crunchy's right there. I don't think he can make a move, no. Smart. But yeah, Cruda Karma, 2.5 seconds ahead here. He's pulling in a good gap at the moment. But Mitchie's sliding. Oh, yeah, his tires look like they're giving up a bit. But Crunchy right on the back of Mitchie here. It'll be DRS for both Mitchie and Crunchy, but Crunchy's got such a good run. Using the ERS quite early. He's not using it at all. I think Mitchie's going to let Crunchy go.
And here comes Daff. Is he going to go 2 for 1?
Oh, he's going to go the inside of his teammate.
Oh.
I think I just hit, that was... My voice went very high then, but holy moly. Itchy lost 2 positions into 1 corner. And Crunchy's going to let Daff go. Ooh. Okay. The team orders there by Daff and Crunchy.
Yeah, Crunchy has more penalties than Daff, so that's probably the reason why. Just didn't want to hold him up. As Mitchie is now struggling. Cruda now another time penalty.
Cruda.
Well, if Kruder was
9
hoping
seconds.
for some big points, I mean, a kill would still happen, but
He's not helped himself at all, is he? But like, it's been what 5 laps? Oh, sorry, since the safety car restart, and I think we're about to see all 3 soft runners 1, 2, 3 very soon. So, yeah, another safety car happens the next couple of laps. That'll be the big winners, I reckon, from this. Daft's he should make a pretty easy move, I think, on Pinju. He shouldn't fight that too hard.
what off
There
Daft?
you go,
Daft. Crunchy is just a little bit too far back to make a move on Pinju, but I would expect to see Pinju let Crunchy go.
Yeah. Storm getting real close to F1 Legend 2. Will he make a move? Great exit though. It's all settling down a little bit now. I think everyone's starting to find their grid order and in the DOS a bit.
Don't forget, chat podium interviews will be happening at the conclusion of this race. If there's a late safety car, Chris and Paddy could be within podium shouts here. Maybe even a race win.
I mean, and Chris can easily go to the end now. 11 laps on those tyres. He can do that for sure. If even if it's a no safety car and he has to pace, he can make up quite a few positions. Paddy gets penalty.
Yep, he gets a penalty. I'm not sure what Chris's warning's like.
Actually, I'll go check that.
And there goes Crunchy up into P3. Pinju does not fight it.
Chris is on 2 warnings, by the way, so very, very close to penalty.
So one more warning for Chris, and I mean, it's still a solid result for Chris. With the people up ahead with multiple penalties, I should say.
Yeah, like in the end, 3 seconds can still be. That's still not bad at all. Chris now taken by Muck Ping at the moment.
What Chris doesn't
Dash
want to
started.
do is not to fall a little bit too far back. Yes, he can get
That's very true.
11 laps to go. There's still time for a late safety car. And what would be interesting if someone gets a 5-second speeding penalty into the pits. We've seen a few of those over the weekend where people just sped into the pit lane. They will have to be careful if there is a safety car. As Mitchie's still DT's in.
DT's in.
DT's in.
Okay. His tire's only 13 laps
It's a
old.
VSC.
What?
Oh, he must have
More, though.
had. He's got a wing change, so something happened with DT.
He's on soft, so
Yeah,
he's
on soft, so
okay. And this way, he stays out. Okay. Now I'm going to pose a question to you. Say a full safety car happens in the next 2 laps, right? Or whenever it happens. If you're Chris, you're still P9. Do you pit again for softs?
what's his gap to Mitchie? Gap to leader. It's about 6-ish seconds between Mitchie and Chris.
So I think if he pits now on the safety car, like full one, I think he'd be fine to get past. I think he'd be maybe just stay ahead of Jishway. I'd say Jishway might come in as well.
Well, he's 11 seconds behind Kruder.
Be interesting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair shout.
I think everyone comes in though, honestly, if there's a safety car.
Yeah.
Like
There's Kruder come in. Well, Kruder's coming in because safety car VSC. Oh, now goes green flag. And Kruder gets a
5-second speeding penalty.
5 seconds. That is not what Kruder Carmo wants. But
Gee, that is.
He'll be in He'll still be in the points.
Yeah, I think his tyres were a couple laps older than Daff and Crunchy, so that's why he's coming a bit earlier than them. But now, Pinju's caught up to back up to the softs. So the softs, 10 laps old now, they're going to start to wear out quite a bit. Let's see whether Mitchie can catch up to this top 3 fight, but Pinju is looking at a real good spot still.
Yeah, it's let me just double check that. So Pinju's only got 3, Crunchy has 9, Daff has 3. So inside the top 7, only Crunchy has multiple penalties with 9. Everyone else has 3. Daff now has 6 seconds. Well,
And to change that, didn't he?
yeah, that probably changes a lot now. Does Crunchy come in? He's got more penalties, yes, but does he think he'll overtake the medium runners?
I feel like if you're these two at the front, you got to wait and see if the safety car happens. You need to go as long as you can. Because if you pit now, the safety car comes out 2 laps, you know, you're going to be, you know...
Well, when's
I get you.
when's the time?
You've got a lot of time left, have you? Yeah.
Well, when's the time, though?
I think lap...
If what?
At the end of the next lap.
So-
end of the next lap, if there's no... You go in.
So onto lap 31.
Yeah.
If there's no safety car, well, safety car can come out till lap 33 to do the lap, lap 34, then come in. So they've gone until lap 33, but by then that could be a little bit too late.
Yeah, that's why I think end of lap 30 onto 31, his tyres are still fresh enough for a safety car, and you've still got a little bit of, 5 or so laps to, make some moves if you need. And yeah, they've got penalties as well, so I think they're going to just hope for something here.
Does Daft come in? Just bite the bullet. Just come in, get as many positions as you can, even if a safety car were to come out. Critter, another time penalty.
Seconds. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Really interesting one, I think. Because I don't think there's going to be another safety car, and there goes Crunchy.
Yep, Crunchy's in. He's by. Oh!
Oh, what the? Oh, is that...
Jish Race spun.
Trey spun. Yeah,
No
it's fine.
safety car.
3 flags now.
No safety car.
Oh. Just P7 now. He's slowly but steadily going up the position ranks. Pinju's saved up a lot of air. He's on 65% ERS. He's just stuck behind these guys. Saves some ERS, and he's got a 2.4 second gap now over Mitchie. So Pinju looking all but set for the win, I'd say.
Well, a lot can happen. Punctures
Very true.
are very, very real possibility. Yes, Car Gamer didn't get one, but his tyres were at 87%. So do you run the risk of getting that puncture?
Yeah, I mean they've had a few safety cars and that, so I think their tyres they'll be right on the edge if they go all the way. But no, it's so hard to read because we don't know their tyre wear numbers. But Crunchy, oh okay, I just got kicked out. Nice.
Banter. Well, as I keep talking, Crunchy gets another time penalty, so he could be looking a little bit way behind. As Mitchie's up against the fence, trying to break that slipstream. Hutto is really close to Legend. This is for net position, I do believe. Yes, it is. And Hutto looking around the outside. Nothing doing there. 6 laps to go. Still a very real possibility of a safety car to come out. And Jishwe is hoping and praying for a safety car. Now, anyone on the mediums could be in puncture territory, except for maybe Chris, maybe even Mukping. But with Pinju down the Hutto, both 18 and 19 laps on those mediums, even Daff 13 laps on those softs, it's a very, very real possibility that they're in puncture territory now. As Mitchie is starting to lose tyres. Does Mitchie now?
This might be.
Does Mitchie just bite the bullet and come in for the softs?
I don't think you can. I mean, hard. If he does that, he loses so many positions, and it's like he'd be outside the top 10 nearly anyway. So I think you got to run the risk. But do you reckon Daff might go all the way to the end here and just try to stretch as long as he can?
5 to go, 19 laps. I think
If he can stick it in the DRS a little bit.
I think he'll be the closest one to a puncture.
Oh yeah.
Despite having the less tyre wear, it's just the softs just don't last a lot around here. Crunchy gets another time penalty. 20 seconds for Crunchy. DT gets another time penalty. I'm pretty sure that's probably DT out of the points.
At the moment, Chris is only going to go up by 1 spot, so he needs to get a bit of a wriggle on if he wants to get up the positions as F1 Legend. They'll be taking, I think he lost the rear or something in Sector 2, so hard up to P4. Crude another penalty. He's on 20 seconds as well. As Chris is... What happened to Chris? Chris is falling down the order.
He just got overtaken by Cruder.
Yes, he just lost it.
Yeah, to your point, Chris needs to start getting a move on here. Because Pinju and Daff are going at it, so maybe Daff might have the proper setup on for the tyre wear.
Yeah, I mean, and he just, I wanted to stick within that DRS of Pinju, honestly. Because they got a good lead, and I know he's got, I think, more penalties, but if Pinju gets a 3-second here, you know, anyone's game. But yeah, Daff will be just looking to hold on to P2, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, well, this is the final lap. The safety car can come out. So
I don't think it will either.
If someone gets a puncture or if someone spins out here.
Watch out for Storm was getting fairly close to Mitchie now. He's losing a lot of pace.
Mitchie!
Yeah. Mitchie!
Cruder!
And he...
That is so far out wide.
Every time you talk about someone in this race, something happens to them.
Well, it's safe to say that is it, ladies and gentlemen. No safety car can come out now. Unless
straight fight to the end.
Only a virtual can come out. If the virtual comes out at the most opportune time.
That's actually gapped Pinjo a little bit. Pinjo only caught up because of the DRS, but Daff was getting away.
Oh! 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 Is that
Storm right in the back of Mitchie?
That's not a puncture. Something's happened with Crunchy Swamman's either pad or wheel, but that wasn't great.
Mitchie really struggling right now. 21 laps on those mediums. Storm 22. Some big stints happening here, but gee, they are short shifting like crazy. It seems like the telemetry. It's Pinju 3/10 away.
I was just gonna say no one low on fuel.
This is...
Oh, Cruder's out!
Spun out, Cruder's out!
And that's 1 lap too late for a safety car. That is 1 lap too late for a safety car. That is unlucky for the McLaren driver. I doubt he would have stayed in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, F1 Legend right now, he might make a bit of a Storm board with him. Pinju's getting awfully close to Daff as well, and F1 Legend around the outside of Storm. No, Storm, great defensive manoeuvre there. Just closes the door a little bit on him. And Legend, I think he'll get on this straight. It's a really nice run though, Legend. Might have a bit more ERS, he does. No ERS left for Storm. F1 Legend's going to go the inside as Pinju, I think, might be fighting for the lead as well. Legend, got the car. Jeez. It's intense, but why does it keep saying... Oh, Daff, and I'm taking my Pinju, okay.
Yeah.
Chris, yeah, I see Chris needs to keep up with him. He's going to get Crunchy
I thought
Swan.
something might have happened. Legends lost the car, but he's still fighting in the
starting
right
to fade away,
direction. Mitchie is having an almighty train here. Chris could be within a shout of a podium if Chris picks up his pace.
Yeah, he's 2 seconds back, but he's still got a lap and a bit to go.
Now,
he's going to get Crunchy. Should get mucking.
Final lap between Pinju and Daff.
Here we go.
Both probably in puncture territory.
Oh, Pinju's got a lot of ERS. Daff's got nearly none, but around the outside goes Daff now. He should get it done. Pinju should... Daff's going to get the ERS still. Oh, Daff's got an extra penalty, does he not? Yes.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't need to go too hard, does he? It's behind. Crunchy, he might look for a move on Mitchie, and Mitchie should not fight this. Let it happen, Mitchie. Good. Crunchy's going to finish P3 on track at the moment, it looks like. But yeah, Chris, he's on fresher tyres than the rest, he just hasn't had the pace.
And Pinju very, very close.
Would be. You just hope he doesn't get a penalty.
But Pinju will still win. Oh no! Pinju sends it on the inside.
Sends it. Oh, he wants to finish first on track.
And he's got the move done.
As F1 Legend and Muckping fighting might help Chris, but great race by Pinju, and he's going to win the Mexican Grand Prix. I think Daff might keep P2. He does by 2/10. Mitchie on the podium in P3. Chris up to P4. Chris, only 3/10 away from a podium. Storm 5, Muckping 6, Legend 7, Paddy Crow 8, DT 9, Crunchy 10, 11, Jishway. So, yeah, the penalty's costing Crunchy there. He's P3 on track, down to P10.
Yeah.
What a race. You said Chris was going to get close to the podium, 3/10 away. That is...
Mitchie close to P2 as well, and the gap between Pinju and Daff was 0.009 without the extra 3 second time penalty. So that was a good race in the end. Daff gets driver of the day. You probably think so.
Fair play, yeah.
We'll do the podium celebrations, and then we'll do the podium interviews. But what a race. Mitchie probably extends his lead, I do believe. Or does Pinju take the lead?
Yeah, I think Pinju might. I'll get that up for you. There's Jennifer Tish. Pinju was 23 behind. Storm was in second, so Mitchie does extend the lead slightly to Storm and Chris, but Pinju's going to catch up. He's going to
10 points.
Nearly take. Yeah, what's he got on? Yeah, 13. He's going to be equal with Chris now in the championship.
So
it's all heading up.
Cruder would have gotten fastest lap with a 16.8. Yeah, so
yes.
My lap's rubbish.
No fastest lap point to anybody. The second quickest lap time is actually DT, but he won't be getting it. It will go to Cruder, but he didn't finish inside the top 10. But there it is.
Surely it goes to Oxy. 45. Bro, that's just some world record time right there for the man himself.
Yeah, just couldn't finish in the top 10 though.
We'll just say he is.
Fair play. I mean, 30 seconds quicker than the rest.
Bro, some real record stuff right there, man.
Let me just go to the showroom, and then we'll kick off the podium interviews. Hopefully Kahoot will be back next week. Chat.
Nah.
For Belgium, that's gonna be something to watch, I feel like. That one. Alright, so we'll kick off with P3 man Mitchie. Well, you got a podium. Nearly a P2, but you'll take a podium.
Yeah, I'll take a podium either way. That was a very tough race, especially towards the end with those mediums. But yeah, not much else to really say about the race. Mexico's just a shit track.
I bet you're glad.
Rightio then.
I bet you're glad that.
It's just no, it's just look, and it's not even the track's fault. It's just one of those tracks where you get those mornings, and it's just mornings that tell you that what'd you do that for when you didn't need to do that. Yeah, it's just one of those tracks. So yeah, it was. Few things probably didn't go the way either way, but look, P3 either way. And Chris getting to P4 too after he went a bit of a different route and it didn't go his way. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, what are your thoughts on Belgium for next week?
As you know, Fry, it's a 50-50 race for me. It could go good or it could just go absolutely terrible. So, yeah, it's really just try to get through that, hopefully another podium, and then, as you know, my last 3 races are usually good ones.
Well, we look forward to seeing you back in the podium throughout the season. You extend your lead, so you can take that with some confidence heading to Belgium. So we move on to P2 man, Mr. Daff. How were those tyres?
80%. They were definitely struggling, but
That's actually not
mediums
bad, to be
were
honest.
very slow.
You had some really good pace at the end, bloody hell.
Yeah. Pinju nearly cost me the P2, but I'll take it and move on.
Yeah, my bad, Dad.
How do you feel about Belgium next week?
We'll wrap it up in there, so hopefully I don't bin and I should get points, so.
Well, GG's, well-deserved P2 in the end. We'll go to P1 man, Mr. Pinju, mate. How was that race for you?
Oh, yeah, qualifying, just bottled it. But I was like, I have race pace. Lately, it's just been, qualifying pace hasn't really been there. But the race pace, like the setups, my setups lately just been really good in the race. So I was like, I'll have pace, it'll be alright. But yeah, it's pretty good. I wasn't wanting to go the one stop, but that safety car just came out at the wrong time. And it was kind of like, I don't really want to go another set of mediums because the mediums they're only on about 15% when it came out, I think. So they're still pretty good. Slow, but good. So then it was just like, I'll just do the one stop. I didn't think anyone would pit, and yeah, at the end was pulling away from Mitchie and mucking around with Daff. So it was alright.
So you closed the gap onto the likes of Mitchie and Hutto, but I do believe you overtake Hutto. But the gap to Mitchie is now, I do believe it's now 13
points.
13 points heading to Belgium. What are your thoughts on Belgium for next week?
Yeah, it'll be good. I like Belgium, so it'll be alright. So hopefully I get another podium. But I reckon Chris will be pretty strong. So win will be a struggle because safety car, wrong time can stuff that race up massively. So
yeah,
I think it's a podium. And yeah, she'll be right.
Yeah. Well, GG's, my guys. Thank you for coming in for the podium interviews. Hopefully, Kahoot will be back next week. I was kind of like a last minute thing. Kahoot had some family matters to attend to. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Congrats to our podium sitters, Pinju race winner, Daff P2, Mitchie P3. Shoutouts to Chris as well. No penalties, gets a P4 as well. I do believe Aston might have overtaken Alpine. Don't quote me on that. But I do believe
so. I think we scored more. No, we scored more points. Oh, okay. I think. I scored 25. We stormed 10, 35, 27, I think. So that puts the gap to 10 now, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what's...
So, but it's still close. Yeah, that's stuff all, man.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be exciting final 4 rounds of this championship. Tune in on Thursday for Tier 3, next Friday Tier 1, next Saturday Tier 4, and Tier 2 next Sunday. Until then, it is goodbye, and we'll see you all for Tier 3 on Thursday at Belgium. That is going to be quite something. Ciao.